So the question is how do you target this? You can move over some of your stuff from your Bootstrap site. You've got essentially 3 items to let's see here. All right, we'll just no. This isn't going to work. Okay. So you've got, in your menu, you've got 3 items really that you got to look out for, right? You've got your UL, which is your list, right? You've got your LI, which is your list item, and then you've got your anchor tag. And so you're basically, you got to figure out where these 3 things are to target those styles and be able to make changes to them. And so really a lot of that just comes down to putzing around with it. Am I allowed to say that? So there's my header. So I'm going to just inspect element on this one. So this is coming through here. UL class menu. That sounds pretty ominous. So there we go. So talking about my 3 things, right? My unordered list, my list item, and my anchor. They're all right there. And so I can just target these: menu item is leaf, and menu item act or menu link. And I should be able to make style changes to those and go away with it. Should we try it? He said. So I'm actually just I'll just leave that up. So I got my style. Where's my style sheet? CSS. Okay, so I've already done some work here. So header, menu, list item. So notice that I say list style none and float left. Well, that's what got me here, line these up. Because if you just turn on the menu block, you'll get 3 bullet points or how many ever items you have in your menu. And those will be that's what shows. And so I've already found them here and targeted them. So if I say, okay, so this is my list item, and then this is my menu item. This is my let's see. This is the main menu link. So here's my A. Here's my last, and this is leaf. What I don't have is my UL. So I should be able to just say, let me just copy this and delete these. So instead of LI, I'm just going to call it UL. And we'll see if this works. So what I can do is I can say, let's give it a margin of like 10 pixels and some padding of 10 pixels. So I'm going to push this up to the server, do the dance. and it didn't take. So not surprised. Region, page, header, header region. UL menu. Okay, so it was actually UL menu, like that. And what this is saying it's a class within the tag of UL. Boom, there it goes. So that gave me some padding around it, right? I don't have padding around each item because that's a list item thing, right? Because a list item is that object that I want to address. So if I said give the list item some padding, it's going to push these out and let me start building those blocks. So here's the list item. I'm going to just put a comment in here. So put a comment in, and let's throw a little padding in here. Actually, I'm just going to take this padding and move it down. And let's throw a green background on each of these too, because we know that the list item block that's what we want that green background to light up, right? So let's just call it background green. So what we'll do is we'll have hopefully I'll have a little space around it, and not bad for the first try. And then the last thing is the text, right? So I could do change the font. That's down. Where is that? That's down in the link itself, right? Because I'm addressing the text that's the link. So if I say font family impact, and I don't know, let's make it white. What else? There's a drop shadow. I'm not going to get too far into it, but that gets a start. And then also, where was my list item? I want a little margin around them because I don't want those buttons touching each other. It's like having my food touch. I just can't stand it. I'm kidding. I don't care if my food touches. What's that?
I said that actually bothers me.
Does it? Okay, so I'm going to give it a 2 pixel margin. Usually it doesn't sit on my plate long enough for me to worry about what touches what. Too much information, Jeff. You're oversharing again. Okay, so there's my 2 pixel margin. Doing good, right? Also, the only other thing here is I would set a width because I'd like my buttons all to be the same width, and I'd like my text to be centered. You guys you've done this dance before, right? With the last, style. But we know what we're addressing now. Now it's like, okay, I figured out what I want to go after. I can start copying all those codes, those drop shadows, all that other stuff from my styles from my last site, and put them in here because really. Again, it's the same type of element that I'm addressing. It's an anchor tag, it's a list item, it's the list itself. Okay, so I'm going to stop, and hopefully this will have been of some benefit to somebody somewhere. No. Say goodbye, everybody.